My name is Greg Berginus.
I'm Greg Berginus.
Great.
Absolutely no relation to the female body part.
My name is here at Apple. We like to be forward facing, and that's why my name is Greg
Transparent.
Berginus.
Our headquarters in West Virginia.
Virginia.
My name is Greg Berginus.
We're in the state of Missouri. We like
Italian techno DJ Greg Berginus.
Yeah, he's doing a fully sold out Sweden tour. Oh my god.
I hope now
Sold
that my
out.
dad has heard it, he doesn't listen, and then the first thing he hears on the next step is, Greg Berginus.
Yeah.
Sorry,
What is
Dad.
that? Why is Connor impersonating me like that? That's not how I sound.
It's like actually he's the newest member of Kraftwerk is Greg Berginus. He's the middle guy of the four now. He's just one of the guys in the middle. Is Greg Berginus.
I really hope I get to explain to him the joke is that the impression we do of you is that it doesn't sound anything like you. It's kind of like a modern type of joke. Like
it's kind of a modern thing, Dad.
It's a postmodern sort of vibe. It's called making fun of you, but for jokes. So it's different.
I mean, I think we've said some insane shit in his character also. It's like about Lord of the Rings characters and shit.
Right.
Oh yeah,
finest
for sure.
herbs in the South Farlings.
Dude, I freaking just randomly pulled up the Rohirrim charge, on what do you call it? In Return of the King, when they all show up on the hill. Rohirrim, the horseback.
Is that the name of their
guys.
squad?
Sure.
The Rohirrim, yeah. That's the horseback guys.
Sure.
Okay.
And the speech he was giving to them, he's like, a red day where the sun rises. And I was like, God fucking damn it, bro. So fire.
Wrap it up.
I literally have fellowship. I have fellowship on right here, dude.
Oh,
yeah.
Dude, and he takes his sword and he's clanking the spears and he's like, death. And I was like, death.
I thought you were about to be like, imagine being the guy in the party that's just like, okay, can we wrap this up? Can we just can we wrap it up? Let's go.
Yeah, let's charge to death.
Let's charge. Hurry it up. Let's get this the game is on. Come on, we got to get through this.
Game's on. We
Gotta
got
get
to
the siege
conquest
over with.
Minas Tirith because the game's
Ride
on.
for
later.
Rohan.
The game is on. Yeah, it's a new guy I'm workshopping. Guy in an army that's just really trying to get home and watch the game. Oh shit!
Man,
Can we get over this crusade? The fucking pickleball matches cruising on TV right now.
Fucking Olympic ping pong's on back home. I want to catch it.
I gotta catch the badminton match. Fucking
The
high
bocce
stakes
ball tournament.
Jimmy Tallywhacker's taking the title today.
Bocce ball. Our
Play
gay
bocce
teacher
ball.
teacher that would talk about bocce ball.
What?
Bochi.
Don't
Bocce
fucking
ball.
say the name of the school.
Unnamed school. I just said unnamed school.
You're such a fucking moron. Like you act like I'm not gonna have to bleep it out every
I
time.
didn't even
We're on the
say
same.
it.
Shut the fuck up.
I didn't even say the name of the school.
I'm gonna say it. No, I'm not.
I'm gonna
I
wreck
will literally,
it.
if you say shit that you know needs to be censored, I'm not even gonna edit this episode. I'm not even gonna put it out. We're gonna go on hiatus until you
Balls in my
apologize.
hand. All right, in my court. All right.
Yeah, it's okay.
The president of our school's name was James Chiffords.
James Chiffords.
James Chiffords.
High.
A lot of people don't know the 9th president of the United States was actually James Chiffords. He was both the fattest and the most racist president ever.
Hornet racist.
James Chiffords.
But he did a lot of
Only
good.
being outbeaten by Johansson Viffersnatch.
James, the two most untalked about presidents ever, James Chiffords and Johansson Vimmersnatch. James Chiffords
the
definitely
most
invented
tyrannical back-to-back.
James
presidency.
Chiffords definitely invented like pork rinds or some shit like that. He invented the Cheetos Puffs.
And then Johannes Viffersnatch invented like the modern prison system. Like just it was
Prisons for profit.
He invented
humanitarian.
slavery.
Yeah,
make money off
exactly.
this shit.
He created modern slavery. He was actually the 40th president. He was between
Slavery of the mind.
slavery of the mind.
That's the worst kind, dude. Slavery of the mind.
Slavery we all still live in.
That's why I got this knife right here, dude, just to point out that we're all damaged inside.
I've become silent now.
I can feel you there. This is for Chester, dude.
So numb.
Frankly, I've become so numb.
I can feel you there.
We try so hard. Doesn't even matter, frankly, how hard you try.
No.
We got so far.
R.I.P. Chessie Benningston.
Jesse Benny.
One of the best.
Chester
New
Battles.
metal. New metal, frankly, it's one of the best genres.
Crawling in my skin.
Just looking for a place for my head.
I push my fingers into my eyes, frankly.
Did you see that TikTok I posted on Twitter last night?
Yeah.
Dude,
No,
that
yeah,
fucking
so
Slipknot
good.
one. It's the best. It's just a dude.
I love those edits. The fan
Oh,
cams.
yeah, they're the best. It's just like, I
Dude,
wander out where you can see.
I swear I have like I think TikTok, we've talked about this a million. It is designed to make you give up hope on humanity. That's
Pretty much.
that's what I've realized. It's like, it's not, okay, you can talk about how the algorithm is designed to be divisive and it's lowest common denominator shit. It's whatever gets the most traction, which is usually hatred, blah, blah, blah. No, the thing on the Chinese, conference room whiteboard is make them lose hope in humanity. That's what it says at HQ. It's like, how do we make them lose hope in humanity faster?
It's like
An endless
instill
scrolling
dread.
feed.
Yeah, because I'll post a whole point and someone will be like, oh yeah, really good point, man. You got all the solutions. And it's like, it's literally a
Yeah,
video
I do.
about me talking about trying to figure out solutions to things.
Just positive shit. Just like trying to make the world better.
Like someone...
L take, bro. L take.
Did you see the Kendrick slander one I posted?
Dog. Oh my God. I was losing my fucking mind in a Deer Works parking lot. I was like,
crying watching that back.
Oh
I
my
have not
God.
seen that one.
And just watching people walk into the store that meet that description.
Yeah.
They're just like, oh yeah, this kid definitely would be mad about
Just
this.
a fucking 19-year-old white kid from Chesterfield being like, enough with the Kendrick slander. No.
Not here for it.
Not here for the Kendrick slander.
Dude, oh my God. Shout out my cousin. She just announced that she was pregnant, which is besides the point, but this is the first time I'd seen them in like a year and a half, but like I was talking to her boyfriend. And he just we were talking about music and he mentioned the Kendrick album. He's like, have you listened to the Kendrick album? And I was like, no, man, not yet. I'm just going to let it kind of simmer. He's like, dude, it's a masterpiece. It's a masterpiece. I'm just like,
bro.
and I'm just like, God love you, dude, but just chill out. Just you love J. Cole. It's all good, brother.
I definitely would appreciate that album if I
could
met it in the right way. Like if I if you know, like first impressions they last forever. It's kind of like that. Like it's nothing against the musicality or the production or the ingenuity of him as an artist, but yeah, it's just like I'm gonna have to come back to that one later.
Mr. Lamar, I think
You're
that
gay.
we got off on the wrong foot.
Big homo.
You're a homo. Kendrick Lamar,
You're gay.
You're gay. Big gay. You're a gay.
Yeah. Just wait for the Obama's best of end of year list, and it's definitely gonna be Mr. Morale, the Big Steppers, number one.
Mr. Morale,
Big Steppers.
big step.
I like to think I'm a bit of a big stepper
homo.
myself.
And then he's like at the Louis Vuitton show wearing a suit that's way too big for him with a diamond crown of thorns going, take out the Wi-Fi, take out the beta, take out the beta, sucking on the penis, sucking on the wiener, sucking on the big ass asshole.
Yeah.
It's just like,
I don't know. That sounds like a really in touch guy.
and it's like, yeah, exactly. And it's like, we're all dying, bro. Like, this is.
Holy shit.
We go.
Dude, did you see that?
Right?
You sent me that. Oh, fuck. You sent me that video.
Sucking on the wiener.
Sucking on the penis, sucking on the doodles.
What
Doody
video?
pee pee poo poo dooku.
Count Dooku was the best feeling.
Count Dooku was the best Star Wars villain in the prequels. He was the most convincing.
When Yoda found Count Dooku, that shit was cruel.
Yeah, dude, what if he just pulled a 180 and Kendrick went full nerd rap for the rest of his career?
Dude, a concept album about Attack of the Clones.
Yeah, dude, he just goes full
Just
MC
that one
Chris for the rest of his existence.
Count
Just turns into an Adult Swim guy.
I don't like sand. It gets everywhere.
Yeah.
Next week on
Turn off the
Toonami,
Bluetooth. Focus on Dooku. Gotta make a Dooku.
Gendy Tartakovsky made the best animated series.
True.
Yeah.
It's true.
Man, I miss weed. Just dabbing.
Mm.
Fun. I don't miss weed how it makes me feel right now. I miss how it made me feel in 2014 when it would just be like the cool
Vibes.
shit. I'm gonna get back there. I'm gonna get back there. When maybe my life is a little more, at least my life and the people around me's life is a little bit more simple and secure and safe.
When it's not going 100 miles an hour.
Right.
Yeah.
When I don't have shit to do and shit to focus on.
That's where I'm at right now. I haven't picked up in a few weeks. 2 weeks.
You ain't
Yeah.
smoked in
Look at
2
me
weeks?
continuing to be the delinquent of the group.
Dude,
I
you're
ran
carrying
out.
the tradition. One of the three of us has to do it contractually, or else this show has to get canceled.
True.
It's literally called Woke and Boke.
That's
Yeah,
why I'm
we'd be
doing this. I'm
phonies.
meeting the quota.
Thank you. Smoke enough for both of us, please.
I
I'm not
already
even
did.
joking. It makes me. I like people getting vicariously high for me. Like, get really high
Oh, yeah,
right now,
dude.
Max. Like, please. We need you.
Indeed.
I'm going to all day because I have some friends coming through the venue today.
Nice.
And I'm committing wage theft today.
Oh yeah, wait. I didn't even write this down. Hold on.
Oh, yeah.
Hold on.
True.
Hold on.
Record scratch?
Max, shut the fuck up real quick. I forgot. Ladies, we'll get to it. Ladies and gentlemen. Well, I forgot to introduce the podcast.
What'd you forget?
That it is Monday, June 27th, 2022. Welcome to another episode of Woke and Boke. Episode 145 to be exact. I am your host, at least 1/3 of your hosts, Connor Boyd. You may know me as Moschino Dorito. You may know me from TikTok. You may know me from Twitter, Instagram, perhaps at this point, Jaded Forum. Or anything else. You know what I mean? Real quick, side note. If you see me in public, stop messaging me that you saw me in public. It kind of creeps me out. Because it's like, why? Like, why? And I don't like knowing that you know where I am. Actually, like, that's
without
okay.
announcing yourself.
Dude, I'm also at a point now where if people, like, if someone sent me a picture of the Death Kwon Do guy from Regular Show, I'm literally just blocking those people sight unseen now, like on Instagram or anything, because it's just like, dude, if you're not hip to the fact that I probably have heard that already, I don't need you following me. It's all good.
Yeah.
Anyways,
It's over.
Yeah, the bit's dead. I don't even have time to explain. Yeah, I've seen that a million times because I get it so much. Anyways, I am your host. Every week, I am joined, as always, by my best friends from the great gateway to the West, St. Louis, Missouri. First and foremost and only the most important person on the show. Forget whoever else is here. We have one of the people that I know in my life, one of the craziest arcs in terms of just being a god, just really powering up. You know what I mean? God. Rising above. We have the demonic Max motherfucking Sansa here on the show. Max, how the shit are you, my guy? Hit it.
I'm good. I'm good.
How you doing? How you feeling?
I got my Mikey Myers
Very nice.
Sanguisugabog kicking.
That's fucking sick. Yo,
Yeah, dude.
doesn't Fever Dream have a new song out now? Fever Dream STL?
We do have a new song out now. We picked a great day to drop it.
Yesterday?
Picked a great day to drop it.
Yeah, Friday. I believe
yeah.
it was June
What is it?
24th.
What is it now? Is it an EP or album?
It's just a one song, just a single.
Oh, just one song. Okay, got you.
a
got you.
single.
I got a peep.
Yeah, it was funny because
Thank-
Udoye started his tour yesterday also. It's pretty
Woof.
funny.
Very nice.
Yeah, it's tough, man. It's tough to be posting right now. It's a tough time to be posting.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But
Man, you got a new song out. You're feeling
Yeah.
good. I mean, you seem like you're in good spirits these days, my friend.
yeah, man, I'm just kind of cooking, you know.
You're
You'd say
cooking.
that?
We'll get back. We'll get back to you
We'll get
and really dive in on how hard you're cooking soon.
A lot to get into.
Also joining us is the biggest fucking moron I've ever met in my entire
Most fucking stupid, pathetic
one of the most
loser.
worthless people I've ever come across. Probably my
Pile
whole
of
life.
Steamy shit.
I have a
Steamy
fuming
doo-doo.
hatred for him, but somehow he's still on the show.
I wish he would die.
Yeah, he just stays alive, you know?
he's just not dying.
He doesn't die. As much as I have a shrine in my house with a commissioned illustration of him dead that I pray
Doll
to
that
every
I
night.
decapitate. Yeah.
Yeah, I have a voodoo doll made out of him. Tony Harrop is on the show today. Tony, how you doing, man?
Oh, good.
Have a good.
Actually, have a great. You know, doing really great. Thanks for asking.
well, that's good.
Yeah.
You we'll get. I want to catch up on both you boys' recent lives because Tony, you were describing a rendezvous
situation.
with female you had with a
Yes.
Yeah,
with a female
indeed.
you had recently. So we'll get into that. Listen, guys, every week this is what we do. We are very, very close friends. We've known each other for a long time. Both, like all of us have known each other for decades at this point. We're all from St. Louis, and we just get together to catch up on what's going on in each other's lives. But also, we love video games and obviously movies and TV, maybe some anime. We talk music as well, current events, whatever. This is just our little haven of fun, and we love having people join us and just tune in and enjoy this shit as well. So if you fuck with us, subscribe to us on YouTube and follow us on Spotify if you're not already doing so you don't miss a single episode. You can also join our Discord. We've got a thriving Discord full of chillers and chillettes in there. You can also follow us on Twitter at Welcome Boke Pod and Instagram at Welcome Boke Podcast to get updates on the podcast every week, and reach out to our Gmail, welcomebokepodcast@gmail.com, with your questions, comments, and suggestions, and we will read them on the show, and links to all of these are listed in the show description. Max,
Yes, sir.
last week we informed the audience that you were gone because you were doing live sound for this guy named Vincent. What's his name? Vincent Staples?
Please.
Vincent Paperclip?
Staples. Oh, it's like a Greek Vincent Staples.
Stop actually.
Staplesius.
Yeah, what can you break down what the fuck that was like and what happened for us?
Yeah, I don't want to get like super far into it. But yeah, man, I just got the call out of nowhere. Shout out my boy for having my back. And,
Greg Berginus.
shout out Greg Berginus. I would say his name, but I don't know if he wants his business out there. He
No, he's
usually
smart.
doesn't. So, but he doesn't listen to this either. So, but what's up. Yeah, Greg Berginus, we'll call him.
Yeah.
Shout out the boy, my dude, for putting me out there.
You flew out
yeah.
the same day, right?
Flew out the
It was-
next
it was
day,
the
next morning,
next day.
right?
within like 12 hours, basically, of getting the
Yeah.
phone call. Or like 24, I guess.
It was in Denver.
Yeah, flew out to Denver, did a gig, didn't go super fantastically, but it also was like one of those things where we were victims of circumstance. It wasn't I fucked it up. It was we literally did not get any time for check or anything. We literally they threw us and we went. So it was like we had 10 minutes. So like Corday ended. So Corday was playing. Corday's set ended, and then 15 minutes. We had 15 minutes to get sound check done and then start.
Jeez.
Yeah, and like that was the first time we had done anything. We had touched any gear because the DJ's flights got delayed a bunch, and yeah, it was just like shit that it was out of our control. But we ripped the gig. Super cool dude, super focused, very like he doesn't take himself seriously. Like, and I don't mean that in like a he does, but it's not like in a.
He's professional, but he's not an asshole, egotistical guy.
He's a very professional, very focused, moves with purpose kind of dude. Like he doesn't, he doesn't strike me as a guy that bullshits really at all. So
neither does he. Not same with me. He does not strike me either as that.
No,
Was
so
that the
like
Red Rocks?
we were at. I keep wanting to say grippers, but it's fucking fiddlers. It's fiddlers. Amphitheater.
Grippers Rock.
But I kept thinking, I was like, it's Gripplers. Yeah, we're going to Gripplers Amphitheater.
Fiddlers.
But yeah, it was cool.
What kind of venue is that?
It's like an outdoor. It's sort of like Riverport,
It's like-
but
It looks like it's it looks like it's in downtown Denver almost or something.
yeah, it's like kind of
Oh, yeah.
right down in the pocket.
There's like mad office buildings around it. Looks like.
Yeah, it's like kind of a funny place for it, but it's very nice. It's recently renovated, from what I understand.
Oh wow! hell yeah.
There's a bunny statue.
That looks just
Yeah.
like what do you call it? The one in St. Louis and
Riverport. That's what he said.
Yeah.
oh
Riverport.
yeah, okay. That what that's called?
It's funny
Yeah.
because I sent you a video of how much Vince Staples charges a show.
Yeah, no, I'm sure that's
How
yeah.
much?
He definitely got paid. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, I don't.
What was it?
I can't speak on that. Like, I don't. I literally don't know. But there's this TikTok, which I'm sure someone just took like a festival rate for all these dudes, and it was
Right.
just like, yeah, because that which is like the highest, and it was
Right.
like I think Vince was like in the 150K something, but it also had Young Thug at 1.5 million,
1.5 is like
which doesn't make any sense because like
That's
Jay-Z
just-
is bigger than Young Thug, like
yeah, and Kanye's too.
And
It's just like saying he probably just asked for that one time.
exactly. Like he probably asked for that one time, where he says it as a starting point just to see if he can get it.
Right.
Because I'm sure some
Good
asshole
strategy.
would pay it. Yeah, which bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see how it pays off for him. Couple RICO charges. But
Yeah, I don't know how that's all playing out.
yeah, I don't know. But show went good. Chilled in Denver, smoked a really strong joint. It was awesome. Saw
Very
my mom
nice.
in the morning, which was a nice little surprise. And I could see her again next month when I go out with Newfound Glory.
Very nice. Wait, does she live there or did she fly
She
out?
lives in
or-
Denver, yeah.
Oh, very fire. I
Or
didn't
like
know that.
north. She lives in Longmont, which is like north of Denver.
Actually, no. I think I remember you telling me that now.
Mhm.
A while ago.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, that's my bad. I'm sorry.
Oh, no, but yeah, it was a cool experience, and would do it again. They took care of me. Shout out, very very cool team. Ripped a gig, all things considered. That said, hip hop shows are still like logistically
A
on my
nightmare.
shit list. Yeah, they're
Yeah.
still like, but that's everybody. That's just a universal.
Are they not easier than like a multi-instrumental setup?
Well, think
They're
about
like
it
you-
like this. It's the same amount of people on stage, but like instead of all of them serving a purpose, 90% of them don't.
Oh, okay.
It's just a bunch of people standing around in the fucking way and then barking at you for shit that like they have no business barking at you for. And it's just like, who the fuck are you?
to bark at me.
Because to also why it's just like it's chaos, really. It's just like it just turns
Chaos.
into chaos, yeah. Whereas like yeah, you just don't get you still get that with like hardcore and shit because like you watch hardcore videos, there's like fucking 50 people on stage.
True. Yeah.
And it's just and half of them are photographers, and it's just like, God, you need to all chill out.
hmm
But anyway, yeah, it was
Very
cool.
fire.
We'll
That's
do it again.
huge.
Hope I get to work with them again. Whole
Let's
crew.
get some W's in the chat
Right.
for Max. If you're watching,
Doubletons.
just spam W on your keyboard in the comments. You know,
And then hitting the road with Newfound Glory next month.
so sick.
So if you're a fan of Newfound Glory and you're going to be at the shows, I will be the guy at the soundboard.
How many shows?
Yeah, I think
Like
I'm doing
7.
like 7 or 8. Yeah, but I'm going out for like 12 days.
Like a Midwest tour, or like what?
It's like, it actually is like a pretty, those couple days we're spanning a good amount of ground. We're starting in Cleveland, and then I get off in, I think, Berkeley, California.
Where do you get off?
Berkeley, California. We basically span the whole country.
No, they go from Cleveland to Milwaukee to Minneapolis to Denver to Salt Lake to Seattle to Portland to Berkeley. So
motherfucker knows my routing better than I do.
Yeah, I just looked it up.
That's a good point.
But yeah, that's fucking awesome. We're so proud of you, man. Like, if y'all have been listening to the show, you know Max is a pro and has been doing this a long time, and this is very, very overdue. So it's cool as fuck seeing him get opportunities like this. And
thanks,
and
fellas.
I know dozens are more are on the way. Speaking of opportunities, Tony, last night, do you want to divulge any details of your escapades, or I
don't want to get too deep into it, but I just went to a pub nearby and we watched a cover band, and they were really fucking good. I actually got a video of the dude soloing. It was ridiculous. And he had like this little box, like the guitar was just like a box like this big, but then the neck came off obviously, and he was just like shredding on it. It was crazy. And I got a drink called Donkey Punch, so that was cool.
That's sick.
But we just chilled, and it was a really good time. So just kind of like came out of nowhere, It was like a bumble match, and then I was just sitting here.
A bumble match.
A bumble match. I was just like watching the hockey game, and it was like 10 p.m. and she was like, "Want to chill?" And I was like, I guess so. And so it's like less than a mile away, so that was kind of nice. But it was a really good time. So we'll see how it goes. Well,
good for you, man.
Very cool.
I went to go see Nudes last night. They played.
How was that?
In a homosexual church.
Honestly, fucking awesome, man. It's so funny. Like, if you guys aren't familiar, Nudes is the band that does our intro song, "Waste Your Time."
So fire.
Great song. It's just like, I don't know. It's funny because I feel kind of like I don't know. It's like the same thing with Lobby Boxer. It's like I would like this band regardless of being connected to it in any way. Like, it's just a good band. And I don't know.
We played last night too.
Oh, that's true. That's true. Fuck.
Where at?
Off Broadway with this TikTok band called Dury.
How did that go?
TikTok.
Was it a good show?
It was good. Yeah. People were nice. We got paid. We don't have any merch, so I can't. We have records. We don't have any shirts. We're out of shirts. So it's just like, can't gauge. Like, we sold a lot of merch. It's like, we just don't have any right now, which is fine because it kind of like, it gives us that, all right, we really got to sell it kind of vibe. But anyways, it was great. Off Broadway is sick. The band was super nice. They were fun, and
hell yeah,
had a nice time.
Hell yeah,
we should talk merch because I know some people that are like artists that could make cool shit for you.
That would be awesome because we're kind of like at a standstill with merch right now.
Yeah, no, I could connect you some people for sure.
Sick. My people will hit up your people.
It's money on the table.
Sick. Sorry, Tony.
This is
money on the table. The businessmen are talking.
That's my bad. Money on the table. Forgive me.
But yeah, Nudes, they just sound fucking great live. They're now a 3-piece. It's just Trish and Nick and Chris Chu. Chris Chu designed the Blush album cover and one of their tour poster. They just rule. They just have really catchy ass fucking songs, and they're like the twangy jingle poppy vibe, but they have like genuinely brilliantly written music songs, like pop songs,
and they got that dual vocal thing going with female male vocals, right?
Dude, and Nick's like, he's got the licks going. It's just very catchy, earwormy shit. Check out Nudes if you guys have never. Check out Lobby Boxer too, but check out Nudes.
Check out Nudes.
It's on Instagram at NudesBand, NOODSBAND. And of course, you can check them out. I think link in the description of this episode. I think I mentioned them as
on
well.
LinkedIn.
Check them out on LinkedIn.
Yeah, I noticed
Their
Trish was
corporate
playing
site.
the bass. I was like, oh shoot, I didn't know she was the bassist, but that makes sense.
Trish, they have a drum set, a bass, and a guitar, and Trish and Nick just switch from bass to guitar mid set.
Classic.
It's
Oh,
just
wow,
like,
that's fire.
and Chris just goes, and they do like this little like shift over moment. It's very chill,
You gotta love a revolving door band. You really do.
dude.
Yeah.
And it's like they're like a jingle pop, indie pop, like Steely Dan to me. It's like they're like this power duo that
Hell yeah.
make great songs together.
With the Blink 182 lineup, just bass, guitar, dual vocals,
Yeah,
and the drum.
yeah, it's very sick.
It's all you need.
But that was a great show. It was in a church, which was
Nice.
just like crazy. And it was like an LGBTQ plus event in a like queer friendly church, like abandoned church kind of thing. And there were a lot of cool people there, and it was just a fun time. It was a good
It's
time.
Vaporeous.
They just rule live, and they had a hard stop because of like noise compliance in the city. So they only had like a
Classic.
20-minute set, but I could have listened to them for a fucking hour. It was fun.
Yeah, we played for like 45 minutes last night. We've been doing that more.
That's sick.
That's
Just
quite a
because last night it was a 2-band show, so they're just like, yeah, just do 45. I'm like, okay, sure. We normally would just be like, no, we're doing 25, but we were just like, yeah, I mean, well, fuck it, why not?
What is that, like 12 songs?
I think we did 10.
It's like
10
a
or
lot of
11.
songs. 45 minutes.
45
yeah.
minutes is like an LP.
Yeah. And then
It's like a show.
right, and then because the show before that we headlined too, so we also did like 45. And then I think we
That's
did like
sick.
35 or 40 in Chicago. So I'm just like, damn, we gotta. And I'm just like every time reminded, like, damn, I'm not like built for this yet. I'm not used to this shit.
Yeah, you are.
Knock it off.
Speaking of music, 2 major house style releases came out this week.
Tell us about it.
Drake
That was
put
Bay
out
Once's
a new
house album?
album
Tell us about it.
last maybe we didn't even talk about it last week. When did this drop? Was it this week?
Drake?
Drake's was
It
2
was this week.
2 Fridays ago.
Oh,
Yeah, I don't know.
2 Fridays ago. No, it was last Friday.
Yeah, so it was
Um,
yesterday. And
It's
then,
whenever I feel like it.
It's
isn't that right? Today's Saturday.
What's it 2 weeks ago? You fucking moron.
2 Fridays ago. 2 Fridays. Yesterday was
Oh
Friday,
my
and there was the
God.
one before.
I hate Tony, man.
You're technically wrong.
Just kidding.
Technically.
Yeah, Drake came out. We haven't talked about it. Drake came out with an album. I've never just skipped through an album and just been like, okay, I'll maybe like I started listening to it and I was like, okay, this is like maybe he's starting with the soft vibes and then there's gonna be some rap songs on this, and no, it's just all like him cashing
Singing.
in on the Jersey house trend
Yeah.
that's going on right now. That song "Massive" is great.
Is that the one you did the TikTok about?
Yeah,
where it's
that
like-
one's
yeah.
great.
Mhm.
Sticky is okay. The 21 Savage song is pretty good. 21 Savage and Drake just seem to be making like that was the only good song.
Hitting
It's like it's like they make a whole album just to justify like a 45-second musical part on an album that will go viral on TikTok instead of
yeah.
like it's just they make a whole album to justify like 20 seconds basically. Which is crazy. But yeah, I don't know. I think some people are defending it. It's very people are arguing a lot over it. I mean, some people are defending it. Some people are mostly people are calling it bad, but you know, over here at Welcome Boke, you know, we're able to have accurate gauges of whether
Correct.
music's good or not.
The right
you know.
opinion.
We had
Yeah.
we thought a whole lot of Red was brilliant when it came out, you know.
Mhm.
Unlike
Before it came out, we knew
all
it
of
was
you
gonna be.
fucking plebs who thought it was bad because you have goldfish brains.
It's true.
But yeah, I don't know. It just felt a little thin to me. I wasn't really. I mean, it's like if you compare something like honestly, never mind a whole lot of Red. It's like a whole lot of Red. Every song is like so different. It's like the same. There's a theme to it, but like
An aesthetic.
there's an aesthetic to it, but it's so different each song. And it's like
Yeah.
this is all the same, basically BPM, and It's also Drake, man. His lyrics are just fucking boring sometimes. Like
He's unrelatable.
I know
like
you know
what is he?
that I know.
yeah. I know, you call me back, and I know
that she knows that you know that I did.
Yeah, he knows a lot.
Yeah.
But the song that is good, that is like, this is going to be a fucking huge hit, is Beyonce's new song, Break My Soul.
Oh, boy.
Which is actually feels a lot more house inspired. It's a lot less diluted. It's a way more classic kind of house song. And I like the lyrics a lot. It's about quitting your job and like, I don't know, being fed up with the world instead of being like, you fucking are sad because we're not together anymore. Like the Drake shit.
Fucking anarchist queen over here.
Yeah, dude. So I don't know if you guys have heard Break My Soul, Tony, but
I have not yet.
it's pretty good, man. You can break my soul. You can break my soul.
Nice.
It's the fire one, man.
Yeah, I like the production on this.
Yeah, it's a little bit fatter. It's a little bit fatter than the Drake shit. The Drake shit's just like kind of thin and whatever. Oh yeah, Tony's getting into it. Yeah,
Oh,
Yeah, that's good stuff.
you can break my soul.
Yeah, I like that.
So yeah, man.
What was I talking about last night that fucking has it's fucking Bruno Mars. I don't know what came up to it last night, but fucking someone mentioned that Just the Way You Are song by Bruno Mars.
Oh, just the way you
And I was
are.
like, dude, nothing awakens a larger primal rage in me than the chorus to that song. Like everything else about Bruno Mars I can forgive. But like that just like would just makes me just want to be like, oh, just punch a child.
It's that 2009 shit.
Yeah, exactly. That was it. I don't know why Beyonce made me think of that, but pop music.
Hap.
Beyonce just being like, everybody. It's like that. You feel like you're in the fucking club, just like, you can break my soul. And then Drake is like,
I know I'm gay and a pedophile. Fucking, I'm grooming girls and I'm R. Kelly.
it's like, I don't feel safe listening to this. And then you just have like,
safe.
and you just have like straight guys being like, dude, this is fucking so hard.
I know.
You can't break my soul. Dude, this is crazy.
I relate to this.
Annie
Speaks to me.
Hauserwitz. Yeah. So that's kind of the music that's been out. I've been going back to Yeet. Go back to Italy.
Go big daily.
And that's been cool.
Okay.
We're all taking turns listening to it. You can break my soul.
Oh,
Yeah, that's fine.
You can break my soul.
you won't break my soul.
Yeah. I'm telling
All
everybody.
right, I gotta save that. Okay, I gotta save.
No, that's the bop. Like,
Yeah,
that's
I gotta save
like
the
if-
next 4 minutes and 10 seconds.
I hope her whole album sounds like that.
It's just
To be
house.
honest, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I needed some shit with some bopping.
Yeah, fucking the Baby House album. When
Let's go.
That's what America needs right now.
I will kill myself.
that will bring us all together.
I will kill myself in front of people.
Something to rally around.
What, you don't want anything to be sacred?
Nothing sacred, dude.
Nothing
Keep
is
yourself.
sacred. No gods, no masters. Yeah.
No, God,
Yeah.
Dude, what's Square Enix's deal, man? There's like 7 Final Fantasy VII games coming out.
Well, that's the thing is they're remaking one of the Final Fantasy VII spinoffs, or they're giving it a sequel.
The
But
Crisis
Final
Core
Fantasy VII, Crisis Core, right?
Yeah.
Final Fantasy VII is getting, because Final Fantasy VII, the remake, is
Right.
only the Midgar section
Yeah.
of Final Fantasy
Yeah,
VII.
I beat it, so it was just so
Midgar?
I know that the second part's coming out. Dude,
That's where Drake. That's the city
Dog.
Drake's from. In
yeah,
Canada.
he's from Midgar, for sure. Dude, Midgar is from Midgar.
I'm from Midgar. For sure. Middingshire.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Yeah, so then there's that one, but then there's like two. So there's the second part to the remake, but then there's like two other ones. Final Fantasy VII,
Is that true?
retro marsh or some shit. Like it's just like
Retro Marsh.
or Jondleton, like Joe's Adventures or something.
Why is it Final Fantasy VII that they're like making a ton of shit of?
Because it's the most iconic one, so they just really want to drive that one home. But like
People have been asking for a
graphically revamped one.
Yeah, they've been asking for that for like over 20 years. It's like been a thing.
But there's going to be Final Fantasy 16, which I think I'm actually most excited about of all of them.
Looks sick.
It's just a new one, and they were like, "Yeah, this one's also not going to be open world." And I'm like, "Fuck, yes."
What the fuck?
I'm like, "Fuck, yes."
It looks very inspired by Berserk.
Yeah,
and Dark Souls.
Dark Souls for sure.
In my opinion.
It's funny that we're like getting to the point where they're like remaking old video games, like they're remaking movies.
Dog, they're remaking Resident Evil 4. They're remaking Last of Us.
Like, they're remaking sequels.
They're remaking the remake of the Last of Us remake.
Yeah, dude. Like they're
Like
remaking
what?
the PS4 re-release of the PS3 version of The Last of Us.
Yeah.
Which is like fine.
I'm just looking at the Final Fantasy VI trailer, and it's like they're about to make Final Fantasy such an action RPG that I'm gonna start playing Final Fantasy games. Like,
yeah.
And it looks really fucking sick. This is why I want a PS5.
Yeah.
I'm ready because it's like, look, the PC's fine, but it's a different vibe sitting here in my gay ass, empty ass office in an upright chair with a mouse and keyboard than being on a fucking couch with a giant TV and a PS5. You know what I mean? It's a different vibe. So that's why I need to get one.
You need both vibes.
And I also want all these first party Sony games a lot. Hideo Kojima also announced a partnership with Xbox. It sounds like
I saw that.
I jumped the gun last episode talking about how I prefer him to be on Sony. Their partnership with Sony's not going anywhere. They're an independent game studio, Kojima Productions. So
sick. So they're just kind of
they're just gonna do some shit with Microsoft maybe to partner with that technology. But if you look up Forspoken, the Square Enix game, look up Forspoken gameplay
real quick.
That shit looks really cool. It's actually like like Square making a pure action RPG. Not even it's like closer to.
It's by Luminous.
It's closer to like a Horizon Zero Dawn kind of vibe. And it's open world, I think, as well. So it's
that looks very swift.
Yeah, it's very fast paced. It looks very like you're jumping all over the place. You've got like wall running power type shit. It's magic, and it just looks like it's really using the fuck out of the PS5 graphic ability.
All right,
it just looks gorgeous.
It's got some like wild camera mechanics. It's like tilted, like or canted or whatever. Like,
yeah,
I like that.
It looks kind of like a really cool traversal type of game. I don't know. Video games are in a really interesting place right now because it's like it's creativity is stifled in certain ways. Just like all industries right now because we're in fucking late capitalism and in a recession at the same time. But at the other time, it's like video games more than anything feel like they are willing to build on themselves and take risks and shit. Like Elden Ring being one of the most popular games is great. I think that's really a healthy sign of like where shit is. It's like they're not making mid-ass games. They're popular games are games that are not directly lowest common denominator accessible for everyone are successful. Yeah, dude, I'm looking at look at this. Go to about 5 minutes and 50 seconds into this trailer. I will drop it in the fucking chat of this Zoom call right now. And just peep the boss battle going on here. I mean, it just looks insane.
5 minutes.
But all I'm trying to say is video games are an interesting spot, and you know,
Oh, that's like fire.
I think like the only thing that I have about this, okay, this looks pretty good. It's just like I think well, I mean, I think it's just like a stylistic thing. I'm kind of tired of the over the shoulder.
Yeah,
I'm really sick of the third, that third person perspective. I really want just put me in the center. Like just put me in the center. Because like there's something stylistically that I just really dislike about being off to the side. And I understand why. I think that's why I really fucked with like Elden Ring and like Nier Automata and like a lot of games that like where you're just fucking dead center. Mario Odyssey, like a lot of platformers. I think that's like
that's been my problem with God of War thus far. I'm going to keep playing it. But it's just like there's a fixed angle to the camera. And it's like it's similar to this. It's like very close to the player character.
It's Arkham Asylum syndrome.
Yeah, man. Dude, Arkham Asylum's influence is so crazy.
Yeah, dude, the new it's funny you mentioned that. I was just thinking about the new one, Arkham Knights, where it's like you can play as like Nightwing and Robin and such. But it looks like it's been 7 years since they put one out, I'm pretty sure, and it does not look any better. In fact, it looks worse. Like the combat looks worse, looks clunky, and like you're backflipping like 30 feet to combo someone, and it's just like, man, you really wish they could have, there's not a lot of interesting shit with that modeling. I'm looking at it too. I'm looking at some of the white Nightwing gameplay, and it looks sludgy and boring. Like it's just these giant room. It's like it's that Spider-Man PS4 Spider-Man syndrome of just like, there's some cool shit, here, but like the enemies are so boring. Like it's not hard, there's nothing dynamic about it. The environments aren't interesting, like it can be sludgy and slow at times. And that's why Arkham Asylum, like it also had sort of like the horror element and like the mystery, and like you were solving clues and riddles, and it wasn't so much about the action, but the action was better on that first game than any of the following ones. It's weird.
That's what I was talking to Zach about that the other day. I think it was about Halo Infinite and like Mario Odyssey. Even it was just like we're talking about like AAA studios when they succeed at building a game that is fundamentally fantastic, but like the world that they put that gameplay in the context of does not allow it to actually like open up into its own like. There's not a lot of dynamic depth to it. It's just kind of like, okay, here's this toolbox and here's this like set of mechanics that your character has. But like the terrain isn't interesting enough or the encounters aren't interesting enough to fully utilize what they give you. That's what
gets me a lot is like the AI is just lacking on so many games. Like they just like, I don't know. It's not immersive because they're just doing boneheaded shit,
And I think that's what's funny about like the FromSoft games is that I don't think they developed like a super intuitive UI. I think they just developed a really aggressive one, and like which I think is initially where they started, and they started to tweak it a little bit. But it's almost just like that's kind of why I gravitate towards playing games at their harder difficulties now, because I'm just like. Right. Well, if I'm gonna figure out this game, I might as well just like get my shit kicked in while I do it, so I actually figure it out instead of just like button mash through the whole thing.
Yeah, it's just like we need some of these games are just like. It's like, oh, you like that? Well, here's more of exactly that.
I thought you were about to be like, yeah, and that's why we need healthcare.
That's why we need healthcare.
Paid maternity leave.
Fucking who wrote White Castle Chronicles?
That's me.
What happened?
Just keep eating White Castle, man.
Dude, I've been wanting to go to White Castle again today. I live within a walking distance of one, so
dude, it's literally I literally pass it. I pass the turn in on my way home every day. So it's just like,
dude, the two commitments I'm struggling with, I'm basically covered with everything. You know, I'm sober, but it's that caffeine and occasional fast food munch.
yeah.
It's tough to get by. I've been drinking caffeine every day for the past like 5 or 6 days. Got to get back off it.
Yeah.
You know, gotta do it in moderation. You know.
Yeah.
Although
just get you down to 1 in the morning. Just get you your drink,
well,
get you
it's
your
like
bev, and then call it.
The last couple of days I've been drinking too, which is just bad. You know, but at least I'm doing C4s. They're not like monsters where it's like it's 200 calories a can. You know,
right?
At least it's like 0 calorie.
You're hitting like the pre-workout energy drinks.
Yeah, it's like I'm drinking pre-workout every day. You know, it's like so it's not that terrible. And you know, I think like if I'm not eating fast food a ton and I'm not smoking weed a ton, the worries about my heart, like, it'll be fine. I mean, it's like the weed always made me panic that like the weed would up my heart rate and I'd have like a fucking. But then I also got that echocardiogram that came back, and my heart's like, there's nothing on my heart. It all looks completely normal.
It's too healthy. Yeah.
Yeah, you actually got to do some damage.
It's like if your heart is like completely normal from like a fucking echocardiogram, and then you just have like a little high cholesterol, like you're not at risk of having a fucking heart attack at any moment. I don't think.
No.
So
and you can I mean, yeah, you don't want to be eating fast food every day, but don't beat yourself up if you have like a meal on the weekend or something, you know? I mean, I had Chick-fil-A twice this week. That's a lot for me.
Wow, dude.
Yeah.
You're falling off, bro.
You fell off.
You fell off. L-take, bro. But what, Max? You know, break it down for us. You got Whitey's recently.
Last night,
having them,
even.
Oh man, how much you get? What'd you grab?
Oh my god, I kept it a little light. I got so they're ripping the 10 rings for $3 right now.
Pretty good deal.
Yeah, I know.
Pretty good deal.
Come on.
So man. I got me 10 rings and 3 cheesers. 3 cheesies.
3 cheesers?
And that was it. I kept it light.
That's good. Have you tried that 1921 burger? Because I've never had something worse in my life.
Horse shit. And
you should almost just try it just to see how.
I think they're gone now. I think they're off.
They got it at my White Castle nearby.
Meat aged from 1921.
I can't fuck with it. That's just.
It's blue.
What?
Yeah.
It's blue.
It's blue.
It's fucking blue, mate. It's 100 years old.
Your meat.
The move though that I've been pulling is you hit the fucking. You put a chicken ring on the slider. You just pop a little.
Oh my god!
Pop a little guy right there.
And then don't tell me you dip that in the cheese cup like I would.
I got the ketchup, but similar. You know,
I'd be dipping the burgers in the cheese cup.
I know you do.
Big enough.
You're crazy for that,
dude. I went with my coworkers to lunch for one of their birthdays, and the dude didn't even show up because he got pulled off on something.
Rip.
And we were like finishing up, and I went to the bathroom, and I came back out, and they had told the employees that it was my birthday, which, you know, it's coming up.
Hell yeah.
And the joke also is that my name is Timmy because our crazy owner at our job called me Timmy once, not to me, but like he referred to me as Timmy. So now everyone calls me Timmy.
Nice.
And so they were like, we got Timmy here turning 27, and they did the happy birthday, you know. Brought me ice cream and shit. I was like, Timmy.
Was it Red Robin?
It was at a place called Papacitos. Paid fucking like $35 for some cheese and a drink. So it was good.
Nice.
Like queso. Yeah.
Sick.
It's like, fuck, bro.
Also, we're charging you for the cake. Yes.
Like $25 for your basic fucking, you know, beans and a enchilada.
$25 for your basic beans?
Your basic beans.
What are your basic beans?
$25
for the basic beans.
For your basic beans, bloody.
That's a good price.
That's a good price.
It's a bushel of beans.
You've already had a pint of beans already.
A
bushel of beans.
Bro.
Tony, what's Los Niños? If we want to get into some TV here.
Oh yeah, Los Niños. It's the superhero show on Amazon. The parody sort of, you know.
So Sam Niños.
Are you talking about The Boys, Tony? So funny.
I got you. You gotta admit.
Well, I gotta go.
Language. No, it's actually really fine though. It's not perfect, but like it's not even. It's like it's good. It's not even that great, but it's just so crazy how like night and day better it is in every aspect than everything that Disney's
Marvel's
putting out.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just like fuck. Like and you know, they can get gory and like, you know, like the most recent episode, there's literally like a fat superhero orgy and there's like a dude with a 10-foot dick slung over his shoulder and like, yeah, it's you know,
dude, it's
over
crazy.
the top.
I've seen TikToks of people being like, "Do not read the boys' graphic novel. Like it is, it is misogynistic and racist and shitty." Apparently,
well, I'll find out because
you'll be like, "No, it's actually good. Like all of it's good. I agree with it."
No, yeah, I've heard the graphic novel is like this, but on crack. Like they had to tone it back a little bit, but
yeah, like I've heard it's just like really, like it has this weird view that like one of the girls in the show is only good because of her like sexual purity. Like she's not a slut. It's just it seems like it's made by like a hack, like a misogynist. But
well, I mean, it's like, you know, it's making like the characters are supposed to be pieces of shit. Like when
I think it's just like there's just like a subliminal kind of male view of like, oh, the protagonist is good because she's not a degenerate like the superheroes. Like the superheroes are bad because they have a lot of sex, which is like very like could be very patriarchal type shit. I don't know, but
well, they're bad because they fucking like because they just murder people,
and rape people. Yeah, I understand.
Yeah,
I understand that.
Yeah, it's brutal. Like there's some like it's like some of the goriest shit I've ever seen. Like,
damn.
Like,
no, I
like
definitely want to watch it.
Yeah, like there's a lady that can just like, you know, pop. She can just like make people explode, and she can like concentrate it in areas, and she like makes this dude's face explode, and you just get like a full like several seconds close up of him like of his whole face is just exploded, but he's still kind of alive. And I'm like, man, this is
nice.
Like absolutely some of the most brutal shit I've ever seen. And like the first episode of this new season, there's like an Ant-Man type guy. And he's gay, and his boyfriend's like, "I want you inside of me," and he like goes inside the dude's dick, but he'd been doing blow, and he like sneezes, and he just explodes out of him, and it's just just gore. Yeah, it's
holy shit.
It's just like absurdist, like, and it's also funny. They'll like go to like they went to a theme park. And there's like, you know, pride flags everywhere, and it's like Brave Bagels, like LGBTQ BLTs, like. So it's just funny that they're like, because Amazon has these sort of policies where they're, you know, they have sensitivity stuff and et cetera. And it's funny that they're allowing this show to like pretty much rip on them.
Isn't the show written by Seth Rogen also?
No, it's
produced by Seth Rogen.
I don't think so. He cameoed in it. Maybe he's part of it, but it's
wasn't
Eric
Tom
Kripke.
Johnson on this also?
Wasn't Greg Berginus?
Isn't the brainchild of Greg Berginus? Yeah.
He's an executive producer for The Boys, so he's not like he's just like
he's there. No, it's because it's like ripping on empty like corporate pandering or whatever that however you would describe it.
Sure,
but it's funny because it's like being put out by a company that's very guilty of that.
Yeah.
So that's kind of interesting.
Fucking, it says here that Seth Rogen got announced for an untitled Seth Rogen Evan Goldberg NBC project.
That's crazy.
Yeah, dude. It's fucking
Untitled?
That's what it's titled. It's titled Untitled Seth Rogen Evan Goldberg NBC project.
That's sick.
Very
yeah, dude.
chill.
Fucking so sick. I hope. Wait, hold on. Now that I think about it, that might be like a super bad TV show. That would suck.
Oh, God.
That would be fucking terrible.
That would be awful, actually.
There's also something
Leave
coming
it
out called Rodham, where it's like a Hillary Clinton thing. And but it's like an alternate timeline thing where she didn't marry Bill Clinton.
It's directed by Alana Glazer, so rom-com.
She didn't marry.
Well, but they're still gonna have like Trump in it, and like like a lot of the real life events are gonna happen. But yeah, I don't even know like
that's just like
who that's for, but
man. I could have gone.
Yeah.
I could have gone my entire existence without knowing that was gonna. be a
watch the new
thing.
Hillary Clinton alternate timeline show?
We'll see the new Hillary Clinton alternate timeline biopic. You ever see the Girl Boss biopic?
Bro, it's funny how bad Kenobi is. Like, Jesus Christ. Did they swing and miss on that and hit himself with the bat?
Kenobed it.
So, yeah. Literally delivered nothing that people wanted.
Fucking same with Ozark.
I'm amazed that people defend that show. There's someone on my timeline, God bless her, but she's like, this show, oh my God, this shot. I'm just like, you're looking at utter shit. This is
it's
empty,
empty.
hollow shit.
It's like, to compare it to The Boys, right? It's not saying The Boys is revolutionary, but like just on a basic level, like the dialogue, the things that, like little things that happen mean something else. You know, they're implied, you know, it'll call back to something that happened earlier in the episode or something like that. And Kenobi is just like, you know, nothing means anything. It's just like, okay, now the stormtroopers will show up and they'll come through this door and they'll like walk slowly and they'll shoot at them. They'll come closer to the lightsaber even though they have guns. And yeah, dude, like stormtroopers will get taken out by a woman like slapping him in the face.
Stormtroopers will get taken out like that.
Stormtroopers.
They're way tougher than that.
They're way tougher than that.
Yeah, no, it's just the action is ass.
Just looks like utter shit, man.
Yeah,
Right.
no, it's like fuck. Like
Didn't need to exist.
Speaking of superheroes, by the way, I've been watching so much My Hero Academia. That show is fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy. Like, the show takes place in a universe where something happens to the world and like 50 to 70% of people have superpowers. Like they have things called they call them quirks. And
that's quirky.
The quirks are very X-Men like in the sense that they're like incomplete. It's not like everyone can fly around and has super strength. It's like everyone has these specific ass quirks. Like there's this one guy named Sun Eater who he can get the powers of shit that he eats. So he eats like chicken and octopus and fucking like crab. So like one of his arms will be like an octopus, like huge octopus tentacle, and the other one will be like a crab shell, and then he'll have like a chicken's talon for his leg. Or like he'll have like swordfish and he'll have like a sword arm. And if like he eats something like there's an enemy who has like crystal hands and he like punched him and like the crystal broke off. He eats the crystal and then he absorbed the crystal powers for that moment. It's like very specific and weird. There's a guy who's like the number one superhero, All Might. And when the show starts, he's like mortally injured, so he can only be a superhero for like an hour, 2 hours at a time. And then he goes and then he turns into this frail version of himself. But his sidekick from back in the day is this guy named Night Eye, who when he touches you, he can see into your future, like vaguely. So he knows every move you're going to make. And so it's like, not only is that what this guy's power is, but then he can like touch you and know like your future vaguely in like 6 or 7 years. And like he predicts that All Might's going to die. And so like it becomes this important part of the whole show. And then the episode I just got on, he thought the main character Midoriya was going to die, but he doesn't. So he's like, holy shit, it's not a fixed future. It's like, and that's just his quirk. Like there's another girl whose quirk is she can touch anything and make it float in the air, lose gravity. It's like way more creative than it's like very unique. There's this one guy named Fat Gum. And into the Japanese version of the show, it's like they call him BMI superhero, like his body mass index, because he can absorb like anything, bullets or anything, because he's so fat. And then he like squares off this guy that can punch so fucking hard that he actually wears out how much he can absorb. And then like you don't even know this is his quirk, and he like think he's defeating. He's like, but he can send back all the shit he absorbs, and you don't realize that. And it's like this big more. He's like, I have you, and then he like punches back. And it's like there's this one guy who just can harden his body. It's like you'll have your base quirk, but then they can train the quirks to get even more powerful with them or like evolve them into ultimate moves and shit. So like the hardened guy can harden, but then he has his ultimate power where he can harden to like an unbreakable diamond hardness for like a minute at a time. And of course, all these superpowers, like when they're emotional, they can become even more power because it's like coming from within. Like the main character has like the first 3 seasons, it takes him like 3 seasons to even get control of his power. Like he can't use his power except for at 100%, and when he uses it at 100%, it like breaks his fucking arm into smithereens.
Damn.
Like so he has to learn how to use it at like 8%, 5%.
What is it?
It's all for one. It's one for all is the name of it. It's the power that the main hero All Might. So the main character is born without superpowers, and then he does this act of bravery, and All Might decides, because All Might's superpower is actually secretly his power is that he can transfer power, and you can have a fucking successor. So he actually chooses this kid who's born without quirks, but he just sees the heart he has and gives him this power. So at first he has no control over it, and it's like this insanely powerful power. The episode I just watched, he beats this villain that had like an 8-episode arc, and it's some of the most insane fucking anime. If you look up Midoriya versus Chisaki from My Hero Academia, and like it's some of the most insane like there's this scene where it's just one punch. It's like this one epic punch he's doing against this guy, and the whole sky opens up and there's like a million giant fists in one sky. Like that's how much power is coming down.
Hell yeah.
The coolest guy is this guy Lemillion, and he calls himself that because he wants to save 1 million people. And his quirk is that it's called permeation. He can slip through anything. So this dude will just go, he can like slip underground and then pop back up behind you, or he can go into a wall and then like slip over to the top of the wall and fly down. And so there's scenes where he's just going like through the wall.
Nice.
And like he'll like if like someone's got someone hostage, he'll punch, and his arm, he has to activate it body part by body part. Like he has to control it. So at first it was like he was raised. His power is so hard to control that his father had the same power, and he just didn't even try to become a hero because the power was so hard to control. But he trained so hard that he became a master of it. So like if someone's got someone held hostage, he'll punch, and like his fist will go through the hostage so it doesn't hurt them, and then harden after and punch the person holding them. And it's like he's just like, he was the guy that All Might was going to give his power to, but he ended up not doing it because he found Midoriya, whose superhero name is Deku. It's just it's a crazy fucking show. I'm halfway through season 4 right now, and it is just, and it has no filler whatsoever. Like basically no filler. It's incredibly well paced. Like just when the show you think it can't get crazier, or like oh, I'm kind of sick of this arc, or where's this going, or whatever, they'll pull out some crazy shit. You know how anime is. It's like, oh, I didn't realize you could do that. Holy shit, that's my like. They do that all the time, and I highly recommend listening to the sub too, because the voice actors are amazing, and it's also just way funnier in Japanese than it is in English.
Yeah,
mm-hmm.
But
hell yeah,
yeah. I didn't realize I was going to go off like that, but I've just been watching it so much, and I've never talked about it on here.
It's cool, actually. The lady I went out with last night, she's super into anime, and she's, My Hero Academia, One Punch Man, Berserker, Demon Slayer, the manga and the anime. So very fire,
dude. That's the one I want to watch. The ones I want to watch next are Hunter x Hunter. I want to continue Attack on Titan, and I want to get into Demon Slayer because I've heard Demon Slayer has some crazy animation, and it's like very modern. It's a very, very new age show. I want to get into it, and I eventually would like to get through DBZ and Naruto just to kind of have the knowledge of that lore.
Mm-hmm. What is that like?
I'm already 200. I'm already like 100. I'm almost 200 episodes into DBZ already. So,
sheesh.
Yeah, and then there's like another 100 and however many of Dragon Ball Z Super. So,
15% done. There you go.
There you go. And the other thing I was going to mention is I'm seeing that movie Elvis today, so I'll let you guys know how that is.
Yeah, give me the lowdown on that situation.
I'm sure it's going to be like bad in a funny way, so I'm pretty excited about it. And
have any of these biopics been good? Like there was a Straight Outta Compton, and then there was Rocket
Straight
Man.
Outta Compton was good. I didn't see any of the other ones.
Bohemian Rhapsody was weird. Like it totally, I don't know. I didn't like how it basically just rewrote shit. Like it dramatized shit that wasn't a thing. Like they made it a thing that they were mad that Freddie was doing his solo shit, right? But the drummer had already been doing solo shit for years before that, so it was just a completely made up. Like,
well, it's just like someone posted the Oscar clip of like, you know, Rami Malek for Bohemian Rhapsody, and like the clip they showed is literally him just like lip syncing. It looks like a clip out of Tropic Thunder or something.
Sick.
It looks ridiculous.
Yeah,
it looks terrible. It's like, I don't know. I can sniff that these movies are going to suck from a mile away.
Yeah, and well, it's also like Elvis kind of sucked, right?
Yeah,
like he's
a fucking pedophile, and he
hack.
All of his notable traits are just him synthesizing shit he saw from black musicians.
Yeah.
Which is something that's not talked about. And I think that's part of the reason I'm so interested in this film is because it's like, what is an Elvis film in 2022 going to be like?
Right.
And it's going to be this like giant Baroque, gushy, over the top, you know, what's the director's name? I mean, it's the guy who did The Great Gatsby with like Tobey Maguire and Leo DiCaprio. Like it's over the top. So I think like as a lunacidal kind of like auteurish director, I'm really interested to see what this movie's like. Tom Hanks is in a fat suit in it. He's like, I need to exploit Elvis. Oh, like I'm jazzed to see it. I also just got tickets for a pre-screening of Spaceman, which is about not Tom Cruise.
Tom Selleck.
It is a movie. I'll get the IMDb pulled up here. Upcoming American science fiction drama film directed by Johan Rank, and written by Colby Day, based on the 2017 novel Spaceman of Bohemia, and it will be released on Netflix. It stars Adam Sandler as like a Ukrainian guy.
I've always wanted to see that.
Yeah, exactly. I've always wondered what that would be like. I'm in fucking Ukraine. Yeah. Hold on. Paul Dano's in it. Jacob Projaska, orphaned as a boy and raised in the Czech countryside by his grandparents, overcomes his odds to become the country's first astronaut. So Adam Sandler is going to be an astronaut. And Paul Dano and Isabella Rossellini, Carey Mulligan, and fucking Kunal Nayyar from Big Bang Theory are in this thing. And it's directed by the guy who directed Chernobyl. So very
Did you watch that?
I never did. I peeped the beginning of it, but I heard it was fantastic. I want to finish that. To be quite honest.
Chernobyl.
Man.
So is it like a comedy because it's Adam Sandler? Or?
No, apparently it's like a really intense leading role. What
a pivot.
It's so funny to say so. It's funny. Someone like got mad at this post, but someone was like, do you want to share with the class why pedophilia was the first thing that crossed your mind while watching this completely innocent interaction? And it's a screenshot from Kenobi. The tweet says creepy Kenobi, and it's a screenshot where he goes, you're 10 years old, but you won't always be.
God damn it, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah,
he like has her hidden under a trench coat at one point in the show, like to sneak her through a base. Like that's how he sneaks her out of the most secure Empire base or whatever. He just holds her under a trench coat, like 2 feet out to the side, just like Be quiet.
I saw that. Like, what in the fuck is this? What the fuck is this, dude? Like, yeah, it's like the same thing as when they like dress like the stormtroopers. And it's like Obi-Wan Kenobi has a beard and he's wearing like a colonel's in the Empire's outfit.
Yeah.
Like, what are you talking about, man?
It's a whole other thing.
Yeah, it's just bad.
Yeah.
And people like, Star Wars has always been silly. It's like, no, it hasn't.
Mhm.
Like, there's jokes that aren't integral to the plot. That is integral to the plot. Them sneaking out of the base or whatever. And the way they wrote it is, well, have her hide under a trench coat.
Yeah.
In a super obvious way.
Joe Rogan writing it. Why don't we hide her under a trench coat?
Why don't we do that?
That's good.
It's good stuff, yeah.
We should do that.
We should put him under a trench
Yeah,
coat.
it's yeah, and then they just fly snow speeders straight into the base and they just hover there and shoot people. And they're like, it doesn't have shields because no one would be stupid enough to attack it. It's like, okay.
Oh Lord.
That's us,
good-
the thrifty
that's
group of
good.
rebels. Fuck that. All right, guys.
Yeah.
Do we want to end it here?
Yeah, I gotta get going.
I'm really hungry,
All right,
so
I was
yeah,
gonna say
gotta-
we have emails, but we can save it in for later.
Oh,
Yeah, I gotta go to work.
All right,
For
y'all. Listen, you guys have a good week. Check out
Please.
Lobby Boxer, check out Nudes, check out Jaded Forum. We have 5 episodes up. We got like 2.4K fucking, let me just look what we got right now as of recording, because
that's growth.
been going up. 2.39K subscribers, man. It's getting lit.
Shout out.
Hit us with the sub, follow. We want you to join in on that conversation. Contribute to us on Open Collective if you can. And we're hopefully Jaded. We'll be able to take what I learned from Jaded and build up Welcome Boke at some point. And but for now, we're gonna keep doing these episodes. Keep sending emails. We will get to them. But yeah, man, we love y'all, fellas. It was great. It was a very fun episode.
Ripping
Yes,
tins.
classic epi.
Thanks for joining me. And we'll talk to y'all later. Welcome Boke forever, motherfuckers. Peace.
Yeah.